tag me. Okay, so happy Friday once again. Your girl is live for Lunch and Learn, and we are going to get into it. We want to talk about what's happening in this industry. We want to talk about how we are going to navigate what's happening in this industry, how we're still opening stores, and how we can finally take a seat at this table before all the other cultures, get this seat. So some of the major things that have happened and has caused a lot of shifts is the fact that we have in the first quarter over 300,000 jobs lost by Black women. Okay, so Black women specifically have lost 300,000 over 300,000 jobs in this economy. We also are facing the effects of Trump tariffs, and I'm also going to talk to you guys about why waiting for things to quote unquote get better is the worst mistake that you can actually make. So, if you're new to my page, welcome. I'm Janice, the Retail Genius, and I started in this industry well over a decade ago. I opened my beauty supply stores in 2010 during the mortgage crisis, and I am someone who can definitely talk about why it is not better for you to try to wait until things get better. Why it's not wise that if this is something that you want to do, why it is not wise to wait until things seem like it's better. Okay. I opened my store during one of the worst economic downturns and one of the worst recessions of our time, which was the mortgage crisis, the mortgage boom. No one had a job. Unemployment was at an all-time high, and there was no money in these streets, right? The government was not handing out any money to anybody at this time. Okay, and this is where I decided to open my store, and I'm so grateful that I went ahead and opened my stores anyway, because there was very little competition that I had to deal with. What you guys have to understand is when things are tough and things look bad and everybody is fearful, nobody wants to move. It's only the strong and the courageous who actually moves and opens stores. This is exactly what I did. I'm not telling you something that I'm not telling you. Come on, Facebook. Oh, I'm sorry, Facebook group. Y'all have to catch the replay or come on over to YouTube. But I'm not telling y'all something that I'm just made up in theory. I opened my store during a mortgage crisis. I opened my store during a time where I was too a part of a group of people who were laid off of a job. So when we talk about 300,000, over 300,000 Black women have lost jobs in this economy, that's not a that's not a scare tactic. That's a fact, right? And we are literally waiting on people to come and save us. We're waiting for policies to change. We're waiting for the presidents to change. And literally, there are other ethnic groups who are moving in and showing up and setting up beauty supply stores in our community. Okay. The Arabs are coming in and they're taking over these Asian owned stores, and they're getting their slice of their pie in this billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar industry. And so I continue to ask this question on why is everybody profiting off of our dollar except us? I shared with you guys the other day, and if you're watching my YouTube channel, first of all, welcome to the YouTube. You should subscribe so you guys can know every time I'm going live. But I talked about this the other day where there is a huge movement of these Arabs that's coming into the beauty supply industry. There's a whole bunch of them coming in. They are setting up shops. I spoke to someone the other day, someone who just signed up for one of our store launch programs, a young gentleman, and he was like, "Man, they doing a Chick-fil-A. They trying to finesse us with the community service and the community give back." And this is exactly what we were in conversation about, where it's like they're moving smarter than the Asians, where the Asians totally messed up because they treated us horribly, and so they lost our trust and they're not getting it back. They tried to pass their stores down to the generation after them, and so the millennial generation took over. Now is the Gen Z, and they're trying to come through with the customer service, and they're trying to be friendly, but it's just too late. We have lost trust. So now we have the Arabs who are coming in, and they have learned from the mistakes of the Asians, and so we see that the Arab community, they do, like he said. He said this, not me. Chick-fil-A, the Chick-fil-A finesse, the customer service. They come through and they're giving out book bags. This is what is happening, and so we need to wake up. Okay, we need to wake up. So the Trump tariffs, number one, guys, the Trump tariffs aren't going away. And before I even get into all of this, if you have not yet signed up for the free training that I'm doing on Monday night, which is a brand new training where I'm going to deep dive into all of this, right? We're going to deep dive, and I'm going to really break down for you guys how we're going to be opening our stores, or how to open a store during an economic downturn, during an economic recession, or whatever you want to call this that we're experiencing right now. I'm going to be breaking this down in the training. So I just dropped the link. I just dropped that link. It is free, but the seats are almost at capacity. I've been talking about this webinar all week. And so I'm trying to get everybody in the room so you guys can get this information and we can get these stores open. It is a free event. It is happening Monday at 7 p.m. The link is in the chat. You got to go to my YouTube, guys. If you're not watching me on YouTube, just try to come over to YouTube so that you can get the link. So if you're watching me on Instagram, try to come to YouTube. Please come to YouTube, y'all. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm putting a lot of effort into my YouTube channel. Please. Love you. Mean it. So, number one, I love this. I love this. I love this. Number one, the Trump tariffs aren't going away. So they're here to stay. And the price is going to be the price. I'm going to be talking about this Monday night, about how we navigate pricing, right? Next year, for some of you who are like, this is uncertainty. This is not some temporary storm that you're just going to wait it out and see if it's going to pass, and you want to start this next year. Next year it could be worse. How do I know this? Because I've already lived through this type of recession with the mortgage crisis. It was as bad as it could be, and the next year it got worse. Prices didn't come down. What happens is the supply chain, it just gets tighter. The supply chain gets tighter. So if you keep waiting, the barrier to entry will only grow higher. Okay. So this whole myth of there's like got to be this perfect time for me to start, or you want to wait for things to calm down, you will be waiting forever. You will be waiting forever. I'm still waiting on eggs to come down, guys. Who's waiting on the eggs to come down? I'm still waiting on the eggs to drop in their price. They haven't dropped yet, right? There's the saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The same goes for launching your beauty supply store. And I have mentioned this, guys, other communities, they are not waiting to see if it's going to get better. There is a man who is on these social media streets. He is on the social media. He is speaking in his native tongue. I told you I had the video my assistant translated his videos, and he was telling his brothers and sisters in Arabic that this industry is for the taking, that the Asians are retiring and it's time for us to move in. This is the Arab community. He is literally with his blowhorn telling the people, his brothers and sisters, like, let's move. And we sitting back talking about it's risky, Trump tariffs, I don't know. Guys, they are putting their money together and they are taking over existing stores and or creating new big stores. They're big, they're flashy, they're loud, and they have a community give back component to it. So all the Black people in the community are just loving it, and they're just loving these stores, guys. They're creating the systems, they're creating their own blueprint, and it's in their native tongue, Arabic. Okay, The videos is literally in Arabic. Why would he do that? Because he's speaking to his own people. They want to circulate the dollar in their community. The community give back is great, it's nice, it's cute. But like I said on my last video, they're not black, and that black dollar is still not circulating in the community. Okay. So, with all of that being said, guys, we need to stop fearing, stop doubting ourselves, and we need to start building. Okay. Because the fear is not going to pay our bills, ownership does. Ownership does, y'all. So I'm going to drop this link again here in the chat because I have to wrap up, guys. I'm going to drop the link again. This is the webinar that's happening. It's free. It's happening Monday night. We're going deep dive into this training. The bottom line is conditions aren't going to magically improve, but what you can do is improve your education around trying to get this store open by joining this free training, 7 p.m. And I'm going to be deep diving into how we're going to price our things correctly with the Trump tariffs, how we're going to use Trump's beautiful bill to actually open our stores in a more cost-effective way, because that is the point of the beautiful bill. He is trying to bring and foster small business here in the United States of America. And there's a lot of tax incentives that I'm going to share with you guys Monday that's going to break this down. The training is almost at capacity. Again, this is a free training. It's free to sign up. It's going to be happening 7 p.m. Monday evening. Okay. So don't miss it, y'all. Love you to life. And I will see you guys on the next live. Bye.